A children's book about a tooth fairy suddenly disappeared from the library shelves at a Spring Branch ISD elementary school, Hunters Creek. So what happened? Well, the author is joining us this morning, Michael Pierce, author of The Goose Fairy and the Golden Egg. Mr. Pierce, good morning. How you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me on today.
Well, thanks for being here. First question, what's the book about?
So the book I wrote many years ago as a gift to my daughter when she was going into school, and she was at the age where she was losing her teeth and we were going to learn about the tooth fairy. So I wrote a book. It's about kindness. It's about overcoming adversity and working together. And I wanted, as a gift to her, so there was some representation. There was a picture literally of her and my husband and me were painted as background characters in the book. So I had an artist come in and draw her. And it was a great way for Estelle to show and talk to people, hey, I have two dads, nothing different there. We were invited to read the book at the school. It was embraced by many people. Years later, I got a call that apparently my face is so off-putting or jarring that it must be shielded from the children of Spring Branch ISD. So they removed the book.
How did you come to learn that the book had been removed?
That's the sad part. I have to say that my school is amazing. The teachers were amazing. My principal was amazing. The school board fired all the librarians, took away the review committee, because it used to go, if a parent complained, it would go to a librarian, an educator, whose job it is to educate and look at these things, and a principal. That was taken away, and now it goes to a school board. So if anyone makes a complaint, the school board made a decision and literally came in and told my principal, this book must go. And I challenge you to find anything in there controversial. I literally wrote the book because I didn't want something controversial. There was nothing on the shelves at the time other than, you know, gay marriage is bad or why are men should be allowed to marry. I wanted a book that was just about kindness, that we just happened to be in there so my daughter could feel like every other kid at school and see herself and not feel different.
Do you know what the complaint was specifically? I mean, and is there any other assumption? I mean, what else would it be?
I have asked. I have not been told. So I have put in a records request to find out what the complaint is, but I cannot think of any other reason. It's not a political book. I made a point of making it not a political statement. And my family is not a political statement. My daughter is not a political statement. They're making this a political statement, which is really sad to me in a time like now where voting matters so much, because if we didn't vote, I wouldn't have Sweaty Petty on the SBISD taking my book away. And so many people like myself in marginalized groups are becoming whipping childs for political pandering and votes. And so that's what's going on. It has nothing to do with the fact that my daughter came running home in one page of a book about kindness to say, Daddy, look, I got my tooth. That is not the risk we need to worry about. Sweaty Petty on the SBISD. That's what I got to worry about.
What do you want to happen now?
You know, it's funny. I don't care if I never sell another book. I haven't thought about this book in 8 years. I would really like a conversation about how stupid this is. And I sat back and thought, am I going to say anything? Because it's going to draw more heat. It's going to bring more attention to my children. And then I said, what would I want my kids to do? And I would want them to speak up. Whenever you see anybody being marginalized, you speak up and you say something and you call it out. Because if we don't call it out, then the only voice that's heard is that angry parent who had a bitter political agenda because she couldn't stand seeing my face. And you may take the book out of the library. You will not erase me. You will not erase my family. You cannot whitewash history. You cannot change the truth. And I have maybe a present coming for you in the future.
What would you like to hear something from the district or from the superintendent? Or
I
from
would
the board?
love an opportunity to sit down and talk to the district. I would, as an attorney, it would warm my heart to sit down and meet the adults who looked at each other and said, look at that face of that child coming home and saying, look, Daddy, I got my tooth, was so dangerous that was their grave concern to remove. I would love the opportunity to sit down and have them to say that to my face and explain to me how my family or that book is political or a danger.
Author Michael Pierce, thanks for your time today. Appreciate you coming in and talking about this. And please let us know if you get the chance to have that conversation. We'd love to follow up with you.